As we continue through this industrial road, keep your speed steady and stay aware of the parked vehicles ahead. Roads like this can narrow quickly, so good positioning is important. Notice how visibility changes because of the larger vehicles and parked cars around us. Keep scanning well ahead, and avoid focusing only on the car directly in front. Examiners will also be looking for regular mirror checks here, especially if you need to adjust your road position around parked vehicles or approaching traffic. As the road opens up slightly, continue planning ahead and maintain a safe, controlled speed while watching for vehicles pulling out unexpectedly. You can see the large van ahead making the road even tighter, so this is where good judgment and positioning become really important. Keep a safe distance and avoid rushing through. As the road opens slightly, continue scanning well ahead for vehicles pulling out from the units and side entrances. Industrial roads like this often have unexpected hazards. Notice how the parked cars continue around the bend. Examiners will be checking that you maintain good awareness and don't drift too close to parked vehicles while steering through. Coming towards the end of the road now, keep your speed controlled and continue checking mirrors regularly. Stay alert for oncoming vehicles and plan early for the next junction or change in road layout ahead. You can now see the large lorry ahead as the road begins to narrow slightly. Keep a safe following distance. As we continue behind the lorry, notice how your view ahead becomes more restricted. This is where examiners want to see patience, good anticipation, and regular mirror checks. Here we're waiting behind a large vehicle before turning into the new road. When you're stopped in traffic, it's important to stay patient and keep a safe gap from the vehicle in front. This gives you better visibility and space to react if traffic conditions change. While waiting, continue to observe all around. Check your mirrors regularly and keep scanning the junction for any vehicles, cyclists, or pedestrians that could affect your decision. As the vehicle ahead begins to move, avoid rushing to follow it. Build your own picture of the junction and make sure it's safe for you to proceed. Before turning, use your mirrors, check your speed, and look into the new road for any developing hazards. Once the turn is complete, quickly reassess the new road, check your mirrors again, and position yourself correctly. As we approach the junction, prepare early by checking your interior and right mirrors. Signal right in good time. Then reduce your speed gradually. Position the vehicle appropriately near the center line. Approaching the junction, we're checking our mirrors and reducing our speed early. Before driving into the new road, check both sides for oncoming traffic, and only go once you're sure it's safe. Be sure not to rush into the new road and keep a safe gap between you and the vehicle in front. Notice how the car in front slows down even more and comes to a complete stop. Because your view is blocked, and the driver has stopped blocking the road, it's most to assume it's cars approaching on the other side of the road. As your view opens up, start looking ahead for hazards. The vehicle in front is slowing and turning, so avoid speeding up or following too closely, as your view may be restricted. Be aware of your speed in a road like this, as there are parked cars on both sides of the road, which may sometimes only allow one vehicle to fit through. Up ahead, there is a car approaching, but the parked cars are on our side of the road, so we should have given way. If you fail to give way as shown just a second ago, you will get a serious fault, which is an automatic fail on a driving test. There is a crossroad up ahead, so be scanning in case of any new potential hazards like pedestrians crossing the road, or any cars behaving recklessly like cutting in front of you. We are approaching another crossroad, and we are turning right. So check your center mirror and then your right mirror. And if it's safe, indicate right. As approaching, scan both sides of the crossroad to see if you can keep going without stopping. In this scenario, it was not safe to keep going, so continuously look both left and right and only go when it's safe. When entering a new road, be sure to check your center and right mirror for any overtake of traffic and get to a safe speed for the road and speed limit. There is parked vehicles on the other side of the road, and another car is approaching. The space will be quite narrow. Slow down to drive through safely. There are a few parked cars on your side of the road. Make sure to always check your center and right mirror before moving out and your center and left mirror before moving back in. The sign up ahead on your right means give way to oncoming traffic. So be sure to pull in when there are cars approaching, and only enough space for one car. We're approaching a junction, and we're turning left. So check your center and left mirror and indicate left. We're on a slip road to join the main road. We must give way to traffic on the main road. But be sure to scan early of the road you're joining, as if it's free, you can just carry on going. You can see ahead the car in front are slowing down or have stopped. So beware of speeding up, as you may need to stop as well when you get closer. There is a long straight road ahead now, but an accident could still happen. So be wary to continuously keep scanning the road ahead, as cars may cut in front of you, or pedestrians crossing the road, which will mean you may need to slow down. You are turning right again, so make sure to do your mirror checks, indicate, and position yourself in the right lane in good time. The van can move forward, but it may not be able to continue all the way. So don't rush in before moving. Be sure it's safe to continue. While waiting in traffic, be sure to check your mirrors and surroundings, as hazards may still happen, like pedestrians walking in front of your car when you can go. If the light turns amber and there are no pedestrians already on the crossing, then you may proceed. There's space for you to move forward to turn right, but the light has turned red, and if you continue to wait where the van was, you will be blocking traffic on the cars coming from your right and left, which will be a fail. You can move forward now slightly, and slightly turn your car towards the right to be ready to move when it's safe and to clearly show your intentions. Once again, there are parked vehicles on your side of the road, so before moving out, make sure you check your center and right mirrors. When it's safe to return, check your center and left mirrors before moving back into position. There are parked cars on both sides here, causing the road to narrow. Keep your speed down if needed. Again, there is a parked car on the side and a large van approaching, so slow down to a safe speed as you go through the narrow gap. Before turning right, do the standard procedure of checking mirrors and signaling, and position your car just left of the center line and wait till it's safe to turn. Again, there are parked cars on both sides here, causing the road to narrow. Keep your speed down and be prepared to slow further if needed, especially as the road bumps do make you need to slow down as usual. With parked cars blocking your lane ahead, you'll need to move around the obstruction. Check your center and right mirrors before pulling out, then check your center and left mirrors before returning to your normal road position. There's a crossroads ahead, so keep scanning the road for any potential hazards and be prepared to react early. Make sure you give way to the oncoming vehicle here, as the parked car on our side is causing the bigger obstruction. Don't rush or try to force your way through. Be patient and only proceed when it's safe. Most of the obstructions are on our side of the road here, meaning we're traveling closer to the center of the carriageway. Keep looking well ahead for oncoming traffic and be prepared to pull into a suitable gap if needed. Here's a mini roundabout coming up ahead, so start reducing your speed early. If the roundabout is clear, you may be able to continue without stopping, but never assume it's safe. Be prepared to stop if necessary, and remember to give way to traffic from the right, including vehicles on your right-hand side, which are going straight ahead, as they'll be crossing your path. There are several speed bumps ahead, so keep your speed reduced throughout this stretch of road. This will help keep the vehicle under control and give you more time to react to any hazards ahead. The vehicle ahead has stopped because there isn't enough room to get through safely. Be prepared to slow down or stop if needed, then only continue once there is enough space and you've checked that it's safe to proceed. Remember to check your mirrors whenever needed, especially before changing speed, direction, or road position. The examiner will be watching for these checks, so make them clear and obvious, rather than just moving your eyes. You're turning left here, but the parked vehicles are restricting your view. Don't rush the turn. Creep forward if needed, and only commit once you're certain the new road is clear and safe to enter. We're taking the third exit here, so start by checking your mirrors and signaling right in good time. As you approach the roundabout, reduce your speed and make sure you give way to traffic from the right. Once it's safe, enter the roundabout and keep looking ahead towards your exit. After passing the second exit, check your left mirror, signal left, and leave the roundabout when it's safe to do so. Garrett's green routes often include industrial estates, residential roads, and busy roundabouts. Many routes around Garretts Green involve dealing with parked vehicles and restricted visibility. As you can see, the vehicle ahead has stopped, so be prepared to slow down or stop if necessary. Take a moment to assess the situation ahead. When following another vehicle in traffic, avoid accelerating too much and getting too close. Keeping a safe following distance is important, as tailgating could result in a serious fault on your driving test. Also remember to check your center and right mirrors regularly, watching for new hazards such as cyclists, motorcyclists, or vehicles attempting to overtake. Being stuck in traffic can be frustrating, but it's important to stay patient and remain alert. Even in slow-moving traffic, hazards can develop quickly, so keep checking your mirrors, maintain a safe gap, and stay aware of what's happening around you. Up ahead, there's a zebra crossing just before the roundabout. Make sure you only move past the crossing if there's enough space on the other side. If traffic is backed up, stay behind the crossing and wait. Stopping on a zebra crossing is dangerous and could result in a serious fault on your driving test. Be prepared when turning into a new road, as there may be parked vehicles close to the junction. If the obstruction is on your side, be ready to give way to oncoming traffic and only continue when it's safe to do so. When approaching a junction, try to assess the situation as early as possible. Look ahead and decide whether it's safe to continue without stopping, or whether you'll need to slow down, wait, and give way to other traffic. Good planning helps keep the drive smooth and gives you more time to react. Always be aware of your speed, especially on long stretches of road where there may be no immediate reason to slow down. It's easy to gradually creep above the speed limit without realizing, so keep checking your speed regularly. Exceeding the speed limit could result in driving faults or even a serious fault on your test. There's a bus stop ahead, so get your center and right mirror checks in early. Keep assessing whether it's safe to overtake, watch for the bus signaling out, and continue checking your mirrors for any new hazards. There are parked vehicles on our side of the road here, making the gap quite narrow, although there's still enough room for traffic in both directions. Keep your speed reduced and stay alert for any hazards, especially pedestrians or children who may emerge from between the parked cars. As we continue along this residential road, keep your speed controlled and stay aware of the parked vehicles ahead. Remember to check your mirrors before moving around any obstructions, and make those checks obvious for the examiner. As the road begins to open up, continue scanning well ahead and be prepared for the bend coming up. Keep a good road position, maintain a suitable speed, and watch out for any vehicles, cyclists, or pedestrians that may appear as your view changes around the bend. We've got a bend to the right coming up ahead, so make sure you keep both hands on the steering wheel and maintain a suitable speed. As you approach the bend, keep looking through it towards where you want the car to go rather than directly in front of the bonnet. Be aware that your view is limited by the trees and hedges, so stay in your lane and be prepared to react if a vehicle, cyclist, or pedestrian appears around the bend. We've got another right turn coming up ahead, so follow the usual routine. Check your mirrors, signal right in good time, and begin reducing your speed. Position the car correctly, and only make the turn when it's safe to do so. A common mistake learners make at traffic lights is forgetting their mirror checks before moving off. Always be aware of cyclists or motorcyclists filtering through traffic. Driving on a long, straight road might seem easy, but it's still possible to pick up faults. Many learners forget to check their mirrors when moving around parked vehicles, or make their observations too subtle for the examiner to see. Keep scanning ahead, check your mirrors regularly, and make those checks clear and obvious. This section of road may seem straightforward, but it's important not to switch off. Keep checking your mirrors regularly, maintain a safe following distance, and stay aware of the parked vehicles ahead. Remember that pedestrians, cyclists, or vehicles can appear unexpectedly, so keep looking well ahead and plan for potential hazards early. Default text. If the traffic lights ahead have been green for quite a while, avoid accelerating too much to try and beat them. The longer a light has been green, the more likely it is to change soon. Keep your speed controlled and be prepared for the lights to turn amber as you approach. Again, if the traffic lights ahead have been green for a long period, don't increase your speed to try and get through. Instead, maintain a controlled speed and stay prepared for the possibility of the lights changing as you approach. When driving around bends, even slight ones, try to keep both hands on the steering wheel whenever possible. This gives you better control and stability through the bend. Driving one-handed can make it harder to steer accurately, react quickly, or maintain full control if something unexpected happens. We're turning left at the roundabout here, so follow the usual routine. Check your mirrors, signal left if appropriate, and get into the correct lane in good time. As you approach, begin looking to your right and also straight ahead. Be aware of vehicles opposite that may be turning right, as they'll be crossing your path. Only enter the roundabout when you're sure it's safe to do so. As you get closer to the end of your driving test, it's important not to lose concentration. Many learners start to relax too early and make small mistakes that could still result in faults or even a fail. Stay focused, keep checking your mirrors, and continue driving to the same standard until the examiner tells you the test is over. As we continue through the industrial estate, keep your speed controlled and stay aware of the parked vehicles on both sides. The road begins to narrow ahead, so keep scanning well into the distance for any oncoming traffic. If a vehicle does appear, be prepared to adjust your position or use a suitable gap between the parked cars. Good forward planning here will make the situation much easier to deal with. And that's the end of this Garretts green driving test route. Hopefully this video has given you a better understanding of the types of roads, junctions, roundabouts, and hazards you may come across during your test. Remember, passing isn't about driving perfectly. It's about driving safely, making good decisions, and staying aware of your surroundings at all times. If you found this route helpful, be sure to watch our other Garretts Green test route videos to build your confidence even further. Good luck with your test, and thanks for watching.